How long does underwriting usually take once they have a file in their queue?
Right now it's about 48 hours, so it's pretty fast.
Because I have somebody that actually yesterday asked me for an update, but then she got that email that the process is on step 4, which is underwriting.
Right.
So I just didn't know how long it takes them to review her file.
Sure, that's a good point, right? So let's say they're in step 4 and your borrower calls back and says, hey, you know, I got this email that we're in step 4 days ago. It was supposed to be in underwriting, what's happening? Say, oh yeah, good news, everything's moving along just fine. As a matter of fact, I got a meeting with the closing department regarding your file on Tuesday. You see how I pushed it out? Let's say if it was Friday, I got a meeting with the closing department on your file on next Wednesday, right? But since, you know, right now, no news is good news. So all they're doing is putting all the pieces together for the final approval to set up your closing. So by next Wednesday, I should be reaching out to you with the confirmed ETA of when to close, if not sooner. Keep an eye open for any emails from operations or myself, and I'll keep you updated. And usually they'll just take that, it's okay. Because the problem is though, the only reason why there's trouble created is if we got that same message and we said, you know what, let me email the underwriter, let me check with the processor and I'll get right back to you. And then you don't. That's what creates a problem, get it? Say, yeah, we should be close to closing. I would imagine we close by Friday, and we're just shooting out dates because we think that's what they want to hear. But if we have enough like kind of empathy, again, is just really understanding that all they want to hear is the truth. They just want to kind of just understand what's going on and say, hey, you know, I got a meeting with your closing department on Wednesday. Even if I don't, all that's doing is buying me some time, right? And then I'll set a reminder on my calendar of Wednesday at 12 and say, hey, I need to get an update to the Joneses file. And so let's just say Wednesday comes around, I have no update, no response. I'm gonna email operations or the processor that morning and be like, hey, I got a call set with the Joneses at 3 o'clock. Is there anything that I can get you while I'm on the phone with them? Using that same tactic that I talked about earlier, right? So if they reply back and says, no, we're all good, then at least I have some meat to talk to them about. Get it? But if the processor says, yeah, it looks like we still need a WVOE and we need a recent bank statement. Okay, cool, now I got some meat to talk about. So I call him back and I say, hey, you know what, Jim, just like I said, we had a meeting this morning on your file and it looks like we're prepping everything to close. The only thing I need is a recent bank statement. Can you send that over to me right away? Make sense? Yeah. If they said, no, we don't need anything, just waiting on the written VOE, got it. And then I'm still gonna give them an update to Jim. But hey, Jim, I just had a meeting with your team. Everything's all good. The next update I would expect is the beginning of next week or sooner. Keep an eye open on your emails or any calls from me. But right now, we're just prepping your loan file for closing. Make sense? And that's how to kind of get them off your back.